sideways, you know, it's out of the...
I have dealt with dislocated knee before, but that was by far the worst one I've ever seen.
As I arrive, I sort of see two guys and they're holding this other guy up and he looks like he's in a really awkward position and I'm like... Dislocated my shoulder. If I was floating out the back on a 6-foot day with a dislocated shoulder, I'd definitely be a little bit worried. I mean, like when you're swimming and you're kind of using your arms for balance and one of them ain't working.
Reidy, are you okay, mate? Okay, mate. I can see us with you. If you need any further assistance, let me know.
I'm probably going to need assistance on the beach. I'm not going to bring him in until I've got someone to help him off the back of the mat.
I'll come down to it.
You're not going to stay with me, are you?
I'll come down. I'll come down to it.
Can I actually try and reduce here? What about if you get on the seat? Guys, I'm a hand surgeon. Yeah.
Just stand by. He's actually a surgeon. He's going to try and put it back into place himself out the back here. Stand by. Yeah, I don't know. That's a bit gnarly if you ask me. You get it? Well, he's had a few cracks at it. Unsuccessful.
Sit behind you.
Yep.
And grab on with my left arm.
Yep. He got on the back with me and we just putted in. I took him in as gently as I could. JETSKI to Az, mate. I'm going to bring him in right in front of you. I don't know if you can hear me yet, but just right in front of you now. You can give him a hand off the back.
Yeah, I'm watching this guy get brought in by the ski with a dislocated shoulder and, you know, I just couldn't even imagine the kind of pain he'd be in right now trying to hang on.
Just hold on, buddy. The next thing that I was worried about was how we were going to get him off the ski. It's going to be hard, me trying to beach the ski and get him off at the same time, and there's waves coming, and it's all a bit, you know, he's got a dislocated shoulder, he's in a lot of pain.
You all right?
Yeah. No worries. I've seen big men covered in tattoos, bawling like babies with dislocated shoulders. This guy seemed to sort of, yeah, I don't know, he's either really tough or he'd done it before because he didn't seem as concerned as I would have been.
We're just sitting in the tower and everyone starts waving, like, what's going on? I had a look at the guy, he was in a bit of pain, and I saw his knee, and knee's just out to one side, and I'm like, all right, buddy.
Essential run the rhinos. We've got a guy with a dislocated knee.
It's really daunting when you go to a situation you've never been to before, and especially first on scene.
Can I get one of the rhinos up to the middle of the set of the flags, please?
They're sitting on the shoreline, and if another wave came up, you know, it was an incoming tide, it could have knocked them even more and done further damage.
What we'll just do, we're just going to put you straight in the back there and we'll just get you out of where we are at the moment.
Mouse was unbelievable. He was calm, and he said to me, he goes, all right, now just do this.
You're going to support that leg. 1, 2, 3. Sorry. I'm just going to come back out of the water, mate. I'm going to put you down here. I'm just going to put you down. 1, 2, 3.
Did it just happen just out there in the water?
Yeah, I was going in and then a wave came and boom, and I just fell into the ground.
Maxy going to eat the green whistle. It tastes quite really funny, all right? He's going to keep sucking it for the first 3 or 4 breaths.
All right.
And after that, it'll get a bit better. It's going to take off that pain away.
What's your name?
Angelo.
Angelo. Stick that in your mouth.
Yeah.
Hold it with your hand and just breathe in and out. Don't breathe it out. Keep it in the whole time.
Keep it in the whole time.
Yeah, and just breathe in and out through the green whistle. The green whistle is your friend.
Hello, it's Harrison from the Lifeguards. How are you? You've got your son here. He's all well. He's popped his knee out.
1, 2, 3. Up.
And lift the bottom of my leg.
Leave the leg.
It's not as, it doesn't hurt as much.
Sweet. You hang on to each leg.
Hey, mate, got it.
Keep coming over. That's it. That's it. Stay there.
Give me to rest it like that. Is that cool?
Yeah, mate. Spin around. Keep that in your mouth. That stays in your mouth the whole time, all right? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. We've got your leg. Righto. That's it. Keep sucking it.
Heels.
Where do you want your leg? That's it. It just went back in. It just went back in.
It just
went back in. It just went back in. Yeah.
And once we got it in, just getting it on the back of the rhino, I felt, you know, a relief, thinking, oh, sweet, you know, he's good as gold.
Yeah, brother. Went back in.
So busy.
Went back in.
It just went so dizzy, man. Yeah, it's
Thanks. You're a legend. He'll be all right. He's a big boy. If I dislocated my knee, yeah, I'd wig out.
I'd cry. I faint every time I get an injection. So imagine if I got a dislocation.
Really?
Oh, 100%.
How do you go seeing blood then?
I'm fine with
As long
blood.
as it's not your blood.
As long as it's not mine, I'm good as gold. Don't like my own blood.
Minutes later, Dean and Maxy are called to an incident at Bondi Fishing Club.
Doing well. Some of the guys fully cry when they do this.
Nick dislocated his shoulder throwing a tennis ball.
How long's it been out for?
Like 5 minutes.
Have you done it before?
Yeah, a few times.
A few times.
The 23-year-old is confident he can manipulate it back in himself.
I just need to extend the arm and just need someone just to give it a pull.
I'm not pulling your arm. If one of your mates wants to do it, you can go for it. Now, if a nerve gets caught in it, you can do some damage, you know. It's better to be safe than sorry, get it done properly. If you're up, you're going to have to go to the hospital and get x-rays anyway. So you may as well go to the hospital today and get it done properly. Oh, that's my fault.
Nick weighs up his options. He decides to get a second opinion from his mates.
I really want to just throw it in myself, but
yeah, it's pretty easy to get back in from that dislocation though. But he's got to want to do it.
I'm not advocating that, by the way. Is there any ice in here?
We got some ice in there. He's on it.
He's on it.
I just need someone just to give it a yank, man. That's all I need.
Well, there's 2 guys here in blue who won't.
Hi, go. It just needs to be elevated. Like it needs to come up past me. It needs to come up this way. Like someone's got to grab it by the elbow. Just no matter what I say, just slowly move it upward. Straight up. Yeah.
Instead, he's got his mate to do it.
Go, brother. Can't. Oh, no, down.
You say me? You idiot, Toby. You're right. I think you're going to have to go to hospital, Grant.
Back in. Looks like it's popped back in.
Thank you.
How's that feel?
About to be sick. Yeah, it just feels bruised now. I'm going to drink of water.
That was impressive. There's really like a lot of guys. That's why we have the pain relief, because like we can't move them off the beach to get them in the ambulance. So for someone to like put it back in, pretty much with one of their mates' health, so impressive.
It's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. He's in a bit of pain, but he's handled it pretty well. He's a champion.
We've organised this day, we can't cancel it.
Yeah, I'm not leaving. This is my day off. I'm at the beach all day. I'm not going anywhere. Thanks, guys.
With the crowded surf full of beginners, it's only a matter of time before the first collision.
That's it.
That is awesome.
19-year-old English traveller Eddie is here on a budget holiday, with a surf at Bondi high on the agenda.
I just caught a wave in and just fell off and came up and my finger was sort of hurting a bit. Turned it, looked down and it was just screwed pretty much.
Lifeguards won't attempt to put a severe dislocation back in place.
Pretty painful.
Eddie's finger needs specialist attention.
Yeah, he's an ambo because he's here on holidays, travelling and all that.
Has he got travel insurance? No cost him a lot, he hasn't.
Yeah, that's the thing, it costs you money.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Nothing's for free. Huh?
How much should it
$400 or something? Yeah, it's heaps expensive.
Surviving on a backpacker's budget and without travel insurance, Eddie is faced with a serious dilemma.
Give me a painkiller and I just put it back in myself.
Yeah, we can't let you go. And if we give you a painkiller, we have to call an ambulance.
Oh, really?
Lifeguards can't administer powerful painkillers without sending patients to hospital.
Oh, no, I'm just thinking, what do we do?
The rule is simple. No ambulance, no painkillers. Eddie decides he doesn't need either.
Don't do it, eh?
You're a hell, man. Come and see him.
Is it in properly? Is it in? Oh, legend.
Mate, that's insane.
It's still slightly out, but it'll be fine.
It turns out Dr. Eddie is experienced in dislocations.
Compared to what it was.
Not that his treatment is always successful.
I've put it in wrong before and then had to go to hospital. So it's the kerfuffle all over again, and it makes it complicated for everyone else. But nah, it's all good.
I was just sitting there right on the south side of the flags, and then I seen clubbies sort of run down, about 4 of them. And a guy was sitting in the shore. He got picked up by a wave and landed pretty heavily on the sandbank, and his knee just popped out. Yeah, Max to H, mate. Just got a male 27, just dislocated kneecap.
Copy.
Just want to call it Ambo first. Definitely got a knee blood.
Yeah, copy, mate. Tommy's doing the ambo call right now. So he's going to bring him up here, Tom.
Let's take him up to the tower. Put your head back, put a bit more comfortable. I just can't move that. Yeah, just that, all right?
I'm coming with you. Are you on holiday?
Slower, sorry. Robbie seemed like he was in a lot of pain. I asked him, mate, what's your pain out of 10? And he said 10. And every time we sort of jerked him in the slightest way, he was screaming.
Yeah, you in the water?
Yeah, he was in the water, and then Maxy just pulled him out with the aid of a few other people. He's been fully conscious.
Every time we moved him, he just screamed in pain. And I felt bad, but then you had to get him out of the storm.
You ever done this before? No. And when you tripped over, you didn't fall over and swallowing water or anything like that, did you? No. I can't do an X-ray here, but it is pretty obvious that your patella has gone sideways. You know, it's out of it.
I have dealt with dislocated knee before, but that was by far the worst one I've ever seen.
Is you just get a bit sleepy on that, and I'll straighten your leg out, and I'll just pop the patella back in.
Lifeguards are trained in senior first aid, but dislocations are considered a medical procedure, so we're not trained to do it.
It may hurt a little bit, a bit of discomfort, but after that, when the knee, the patella is back in, you feel significantly less pain, okay? So just try not to fight me either. I'll let you know when I'm going to do it. So just keep relaxing, just keep big breaths, few big deep breaths.
I didn't really feel creeped out. I was into watching him do it. I was heaps excited to see how he was going to do it.
So just slowly going to straighten your leg out.
Keep going, keep breathing.
I'm only doing it slow.
Keep breathing.
Deep breath.
In, out to your nose.
Try and relax as much as you can then.
Hey, take that away, Robbie. Hello, boy. How's your knee feel? Better? So your patella's back in.
I was amazed at how quick Robbie's pain did go away. As soon as he put it back into place, you could just see it was like instant relief on his face.
Just had a report of a guy's fallen off the rocks here, and he might have dislocated his hip. Just walking over. Just stand by.
Yeah, I'll stand by for Ambo too. Let me know, brother.
And I get over there, and there's a gentleman sitting against the drain pipe in a puddle of water, quite calm at this stage, saying he's dislocated his hip. Gentleman, 40, flipped over in the moss. He's had a hip replacement, and he's pretty sure that he's popped it out.
Yeah, copy, bros. I'll get onto it right now.
From my basic medical training that I've had, it doesn't take much to notice that one leg is 15 centimetres longer than the other.
The ambulance has been called now. I think if you're happy to sit there...
I can't move.
Yeah, but I mean, don't try and move.
I'm not happy to sit here, but I've got no choice.
Yeah, fair enough.
Danny is from Sydney's inner west and is visiting Bondi on a day trip.
He wasn't in a lot of pain. It was a pre-existing injury, offering him some pain relief, which he didn't want. He's quite calm there. I think it was only maybe after a bit of adrenaline wore off that he started getting a bit of pain, and that's where he's had the green whistle before previous injuries, and I think he wanted it pretty quick.
Danny is given analgesic gas to soothe the pain until paramedics arrive.
Oh, geez, that eases the pain, doesn't it?
Yeah. You get a bit lightheaded, just stop it, and some really big deep breaths.
I just hope I get a good surgeon that he knows what he's doing to
you know what?
Put it back in.
He was definitely a unique character, and
You know, he had plenty to say.
Hey, brother, how are you?
This is my name's Lucky. All right, that's
Yours?
Lucky.
Lucky?
Yeah.
Jesus, my lucky day.
Have you had morphine before?
I have.
Danny will need more than luck. Moving him to the ambulance will cause enormous pain.
I've got faith in you, Lucky.
Paramedics administer morphine.
The position that he was in, he was really comfortable. He was sitting up and he wasn't moving. But once the ambos arrived, we had to get him on the spinal cord, and that's when things changed.
Shuffle on the stretcher. Put it on the wall. Breathe in, breathe in.
The ambos have already administered their morphine, and he was still screaming after getting that, and he needed more. He was in a lot of discomfort. He's a big guy, and we needed all hands on deck, you know, to get him out of there and get him in the back of the ambo.
Has everyone got a good grip?
Yeah.
Yeah. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
It's a bumpy ride over rocks and sand before Danny reaches the ambulance.
Keep breathing. Thanks, boys.
Danny was transported to hospital for emergency surgery, and his hip was put back in place.
Broke her knee. Whereabouts?
Oh, there she is. She's on the promenade lying down.
Singlets and Berkey head out to assist.
It's okay, we got a towel here.
Andrea and her cousin Gerald were taking advantage of iconic Bondi as a backdrop for a rollerblading video when things went horribly wrong.
Probably the worst dislocation I've ever seen down here.
Is that worse?
The bone was coming out of the side of her leg.
Is that better?
Andrea's dislocated kneecap is putting painful pressure on tendons, cartilage and nerves.
So we need to get her on the green whistle straight away. This is going to help, all right? Okay, try not to at the knee.
Yeah.
Her body was kind of a little bit twisted, and so we couldn't move her at all.
A specialist paramedic will try to put Andrea's kneecap back in place. Until then,
good girl.
She faces a painful wait.
Okay. Down here, you know, when we're dealing with patients and they're in pain, one of our go-tos is the distraction technique, where we'll try and ask them about themselves. What's your story? Where are you from?
New York.
New York. New Yorkers are tough, right?
No.
No? That's not what I hear.
We're hard shells, soft inside.
Ah, right. No, you've impressed me. You're pretty brave. So what do you do for work?
It was like that literally on a first date, but on Bondi Promenade with a dislocated knee.
Asking all the wrong questions.
What do you do for work? What do you
Yeah, I know.
You obviously don't talk to girls.
Crash and burn.
Oh, no, don't do that, don't do that.
Maybe I reckon just leave.
Just give me
Yeah.
No, stop, just give me
Yeah, just.
Singlet's powers of distraction are wearing off.
How much longer?
And after 20 minutes, so is the green whistle.
Ah!
Yeah,
Nemo's just here.
Paramedic Todd is an expert at relocating joints.
And I'm going to just gently manipulate your knee.
I mean, I like your wording. I know it's not going to be gentle.
It will be gentle.
I know it will be manipulated.
Andrea was planning on flying home to New York tomorrow.
I want you to breathe on that as hard as you can, okay?
If this doesn't work, she may be forced to stay in Australia for surgery.
The left one. Nice deep breath. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Deep breath. Deep breath.
I was holding just behind her hip, and he rolled her. And I felt this shock, and it was like almost threw up. It was heavy.
Well done. Well done. Well done. Not only could I hear it clunk, but I felt it right through her body. It was a real jolt, and I was like, wow.
Her pain is gone.
It's all done, okay?
But we'll need more tests before she gets the all clear.
You know, I just sold it to her as a positive. Like, you know, you might get 2 weeks extra in a country that's not so bad, in a beautiful environment with amazing lifeguards.